Hello, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Al's Airguns. Hey, I wanted to do kind of a channel update. It is April 2024, and I wanted to announce a couple of the projects and videos you will be seeing over the next week or two. I got some more things in that I'd like to test. Those of you that follow the channel know that we got in a 3622 that we're in the process of doing a disassembly on, so that will continue. More will be out on that shortly. Part 1 is already out, and Part 2 will be out in the next day or so. Also have a couple of projects going on. Let me set these aside for just a moment. One of them is a project gun that has been evolving on the channel for a while now. It is a 1377 that we did some minor modifications and testing to. One of the things we had done is some work inside and then replace the hinge pin, and also had put a 14-inch 22 caliber barrel on it to see what kind of power upgrades that delivered. Now, this thing has had some more changes and have more changes planned. In the form that you see it right now, when I got an AS 2250 in a while ago, it was wearing an 18-inch 22 caliber barrel that many of us believe to be a custom shop barrel, or there are other possible explanations, including the fact that that gun may have shipped with it, but really tending not to believe so. The documentation we're seeing in the US claimed that those shipped with a 14.6-inch barrel. So my interest was restoring it to spec, and the barrel that was in it, this 18-inch possibly custom shop barrel, and one of the things that continue to support this is it does not have a barrel flat, and it doesn't have any flats along the barrel like it would if it were a Discovery 2260 or some of the other things people thought it may have come from. So anyway, I have taken this 18-inch barrel that came into my possession that had also been aggressively ported, and the fellow had made a polymer transfer port. So what I did, our friends at Airgunmods.com had been asking me to do some beta testing on a variety of their breeches, and I had in-house one of the breeches that they've done as a prototype. I do not know that this will ever go into production, but this is a breech that was printed with carbon fiber filament. And as I understand it, the carbon fiber filament requires running the machines at hotter temperatures, is much harder on the nozzles, is more expensive, yada, yada, yada. I don't know that these will see production, but as part of beta testing, I had wanted to see, how it compared to more of the standard 3D printed products. So I had this breech sitting around. I had a aggressively ported 18-inch barrel that is supposed to be very accurate, and it came that way represented from a couple of previous owners. So I went ahead and created a polymer transfer port out of refrigeration tubing, and then went ahead and actually it's the tubing to put water to the ice maker and those kind of things. I'll show you that in a different video how to do that. But went ahead and put it on our slightly hot 1377 along with a quarter-inch transfer port and an aggressively ported 22 caliber custom barrel. And I just completed an order with Chris over at Buckrail to add a left folding stock to this. So we're turning this into a little custom carbine, and it is going to be filled with custom parts. The end of this is actually fitted for a quick disconnect muzzle or moderator, that I gotten from Airgunmods.com. Now, another exciting thing, Terry and Chris over at excuse me, I'm distracted by threading this thing back on here. Yes, Terry and Chris over at Buckrail were kind enough to throw some support to the channel, and in addition to the side folding stock that I've ordered, I expect a few other products in that we will go ahead and use on the channel, test, and do some reviews on. So shout out to those guys for their support. Shout out to Airgun Mods for the support along the way. And most importantly, shout out to you, the viewers, for continuing to make this a growing broadcast. Now, on to projects and future videos that will be coming out. And half a second here. Okay, we're back. I've actually seen a really great response on the series we've been doing on the bug assault. Well, not actually the bug assault, we covered that last year, but bug assault is producing the CO2 powered shredder, which to many of us looks like a Crossman Vigilante wearing a new front end. And since many of the products inside are branded Crossman, I suspect there is some truth to that. Anyway, you're going to see a couple of more videos on this coming out very soon, including an actual review video. So far, we just had an unboxing and a little product testing or patterning, but we'll see a review video on that out this week. Okay, I also got a couple of boxes in that came in Friday and Monday from airgunmods.com. And let's see what Mike sent us here. Oh, good. I know what this is. One of the things that they were telling me that people have really enjoyed, and I'll try this out, is this is a pick rail that goes on top of a standard Crossman plastic nylon breech and allows you to mount an optic or pick style sight on the back there. So anyway, that was something they told me about. I said, yeah, I'd be interested in checking out for the channel. I've never seen one, so we'll look at doing that on something. This is also a trigger kit that they have out, excuse me, and I wanted to take a look at that as well. And then we also have, and the quick disconnect that I put on that project gun, this is another one they sent us. And one of the things I find really cool about 3D printing is the ability to produce colors. And we never saw any color variation in the airgun world to speak of, other than occasionally stocks. And yeah, I think it's cool that we can print these in flat dark earth or olive drab or whatever colors they find are popular. So we got those cool things in that we will certainly use. Thank you for those. You guys can expect to see some videos on those soon. And then I was surprised to get a follow-up box on Monday, and was surprised to find something I have never tried before and I've kind of been bugging people for. I know that Alliance Hobby has a like $70 brass one out, but a solution for people that are running 1322s or 1377s that are trying to add a muzzle brake and a moderator, and want to retain their 10-inch barrel. And in truth, Crossman has been producing some really accurate 10-inch barrels in this line, so I understand the reluctancy to toss that away and not do the upgrades that are required to go to a new barrel. So anyway, Mike was kind enough to send me Airgun Mods solution for that, which is basically a new front end piece. Oh, I'm sorry, that's branded as a TKO. That is a TKO product, forgive me. And this replaces the barrel band in this front piece on a 1377 or 1322 this one has a built-in moderator here. I'll have to read more about it. That I think is a one-piece unit, but to take some of that bark, as we start to modify those and build up power, they get noisy. And this is a convenient solution to taking the bark out of those guns. So I happen to have And in the box, new 1322, or excuse me, this one's the 1377, sitting here. So it looks like we've got some cool products, and we should go ahead and maybe try some of those on this gun, in which case you should see that coming out really quickly. All right, that's pretty much what I've got for an update today. I will get back to producing my normal videos, and I thank you guys for viewing, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks.